The ArchLand Auxilia, a term that encapsulates the majority of ground forces under the ArchLand Confederacy's banner, hails from diverse worlds within the northern arm of the galaxy. For centuries, these soldiers have served the four ruling houses, their legacy reaching back to a time when they were known as Le Grand Armay. Bound by a deep reverence for their forebears, the Auxilia fight to uphold the valorous feats of their ancestors. These noble forerunners answered the summons of the great houses during conflicts, sacrificing their lives to safeguard their confederacy and forge its weaponry, most notably during the tumultuous era of the Great Sector Wars. In spite of initial disarray and internal strife, the Grand Armay received unexpected clemency. A chance for redemption presented itself through the efforts of Adelaide de Lorraine, an esteemed figure from the Order of Arms. Negotiations overseen by Adelaide resulted in a unique pact. The capitains and soldiers of the Grand Armay pledged their firstborn sons to fight for the four great houses. Thus, the ArchLand Auxilia was born. Yet, this leniency came with a warning from Adelaide that its expiration was inevitable. Without dissent, the Auxilia's generals accepted this pact, heralding an unbroken 4,000-year commitment of manpower to the Confederacy. The Auxilia underwent rigorous training within mighty fortresses and bastions across the Confederacy's planets. These grand battalions stood guard over their homeworlds until the moment of their deployment across the cosmic expanse, only to return anew with each generation, reinforced by fresh recruits. Though spanning great distances and demanding craftsmanship, this practice allowed veterans to mentor recruits, perpetuating the battalion's glories since their inception. Every Grand Battalion's officer corps hailed from West Hand's ruling aristocracy, with its rank and file comprising laborers, workers, and their families from the cities and farms. Despite the diversity, bonds of kinship and camaraderie thrived among these soldiers, the distant branches of family watching over their inducted kin. Driven by the courage of ancestors and resolute pride, the Auxilia emerged as some of the most steadfast warriors in the galaxy. With expertise spanning hand-to-hand combat, pitched battles, and adaptable warfare, they constituted the primary line infantry, backed by ancient artillery units. As artisans and swordsmen by heritage, they crafted weapons and equipment closely tied to gunnery. Their homeworlds boasted grand workshops, each hosting a sacred enchantment smithy responsible for forging their forefathers' armaments with archaeotech. In these workshops, craftsmen dedicated an hour of every 10 to honor their ancestors' technology, fueling the desire to arm their distant kin against the Confederacy's foes. Outfitting the Auxilia with superior armaments became a diligent endeavor. Each weapon, a masterpiece of craftsmanship, represented a rejection of mass production. Throughout their service, the Auxilia maintained near full strength, with soldiers inheriting and donning their fallen kin's armor and weapons, cementing their ties to heritage. Under the reign of Elector King Philippe Lefebvre, the Auxilia's prowess in battle earned favor, further strengthening their unbroken tradition. Clad in unique archaeotech armor, wielding handcrafted powered swords and etched gold-adorned shields, the medieval splendor of ArchLand warriors dominated the battlefield. The presence of horned helmets and long gold capes marked their identity, with officers wielding ornate swords and spears, perpetuating the tradition of victory-adorned shields. From the aristocratic houses to the most humble, these warriors bore heirloom weapons. Precious metals and intricate carvings graced their weaponry, each enemy slain by these instruments a testament to the craftsmanship and legacy they upheld. Armed primarily with West Hand-style great swords and elder shields, the finely tuned blades transcended their ornate design, proving more effective than their mass-produced counterparts. Even lighter infantry wielded their own distinctive pattern of long spears, while high-ranking officers commanded great swords known as glaives. These versatile weapons served both slashing and thrusting purposes, a testament to the Auxilia's mastery. Driven by their isolationist beliefs, ArchLand remained detached from the galactic events orchestrated by the great houses and elector kings. Despite this detachment, the Auxilia persisted in defending their nation and surrounding star systems, reinforcing their positions across strongholds. Embarking on journeys through the treacherous Netheric realm, the ships of the Auxilia navigated using ancient data charts and veteran navigators' memories, undeterred by the influence of blood gods. Determined to prevent a recurrence of past disarray, the Auxilia, under the guidance of Marshal de Maulle and planetary nobles, maintained order and discipline. Despite cramped quarters and modest living conditions, their unwavering dedication replenished losses incurred in battle. From the poorest families emerged the sons of Westhand, seeking to attain glory under the grey and gold military uniform, symbolizing their allegiance to the ArchLand houses. These children escaped labor's monotony to offer their lives for the Ancestorio's honor. Rooted in conservatism, the ArchLandi believed curiosity brought torment and death in a ruthless galaxy. Stepping into battle with the sacred Patrimony Elatiae parchments written by Louis d'Aquitaine, the patron saint of Avallonay, the Auxilia received the Gold Lady's blessing. Devoted to the Confederacy, they held lesser devoted military organizations in disdain. Fiercely loyal, these warriors stood as one with comrades in arms, treating them as blood kin. Through these traditions and loyalties, the ArchLand Auxilia perpetuated their legacy, guardians of tradition and honor.